We all want to reach a point where we don't worry about money, but almost everyone is playing a mathematical game they can never win. The standard economic model relies on a simple trade. You rent out your time for a wage. You put in 1 hour of work, and you get paid for exactly 1 hour of output. That ratio creates a hard ceiling on your earning potential. Even the best lumberjack can only chop so much wood before exhaustion sets in. You have 24 hours in a day, and only a fraction of those are actually productive. As long as your income is tied directly to your physical presence and the limits of your stamina, true financial freedom remains out of reach. This chart visualizes hyperbolic discounting. Our brains are hardwired to prioritize a small, immediate reward over a larger future payoff. This blind spot hijacks the wages we just earned. Instead of saving for our freedom, we trade it away for instant gratification. We buy depreciating consumer goods. We upgrade our phones, subscribe to a streaming platform, or buy clothes to project status. We purchase quick dopamine hits. The result is a phenomenon researchers call time famine. By spending cash on material things, we are forced to keep working longer hours to maintain that lifestyle, leaving us chronically rushed and exhausted. It is a self-perpetuating trap. Structurally, you sell your finite time to get money, and psychologically, your biology tricks you into using that money to buy stuff instead of buying your way out of the cycle. True wealth comes from owning assets that earn money independently while you sleep, allowing your bank account to grow even when you aren't working. To see how that works, look at this model of economic leverage. Leverage is the specific mechanism that severs the connection between the hours you put in and the financial results you get out. Today, the most effective forms of leverage are capital, code, and media. A piece of software or a recorded video can be duplicated and consumed by millions of people at zero marginal cost. You do the work once, and it scales infinitely. Capital leverage operates on the same principle. By owning equity in a business or an investment fund, your money commands the labor and time of entire organizations on your behalf. Highly successful people do not work thousands of times harder than a day laborer. They simply apply their efforts to systems equipped with exponential leverage. This graph shows how leverage interacts with compound interest over time. Real wealth is the result of playing long-term games, sticking with the same investments and reliable partners for decades so that trust and value can build upon themselves. Surviving the early, flat stage of that curve requires the discipline to reject immediate gratification and wait years for the results to become visible. When you let investments compound for decades, your personal judgment becomes the ultimate leveraged asset. A single, well-calibrated decision can generate billions in value without requiring an ounce of physical labor. Building real wealth is a slow, methodical process of stacking equity. It only works for those who master their own biological impulses. There is a persistent cultural myth that the purpose of building all these assets is to buy luxury vehicles and high-end status symbols. The actual utility of leveraged assets is to acquire personal sovereignty. It allows you to dictate exactly how, when, and where you spend your day. This chart visualizes data from a massive study published by the National Academy of Sciences. It shows that working adults who spent their discretionary income to outsource on enjoyable daily tasks reported much higher life satisfaction than those who bought physical goods. Using money to eliminate drudgery from your schedule is a scientifically proven buffer against the modern epidemic of time stress. We see this clearly in a recent Stanford University pilot study. When the hospital rewarded its doctors with vouchers for time-saving services, instead of traditional bonuses, both their work-life balance and their retention rates drastically improved. The contrast is mathematical. The majority spend their finite time to buy depreciating stuff. The wealthy spend compounding money to buy back their finite time. Time is the only non-renewable resource in the universe. Once an hour is gone, no amount of capital can buy it back. Reaching the end of the freedom formula allows you to stop using your life to build someone else's assets and start owning every hour of your day yourself.